about our experiences abroad.
Right.
So why don't you start first? Like
Okay.
where you've been.
Well, I've been to the United States, Kentucky.
Kentucky!
Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC.
Exactly.
Yes.
So my town didn't have KFC.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. But one of my culture shocking experience was some of the people eat food during the class.
Oh,
in the classroom,
in the
they
class.
eat.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you were in college, right? Not
Yeah,
in high school?
in college. No. I was in college, so I was taking some class, writing class or something.
Like English composition.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then someone started to eat some bread.
That's very common.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's so rude. And I was so like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, someone sitting next to me was eating. And I was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
But
It's very different.
Yes, exactly. But like many of the professors try to explain to the students what's going on here. But one of my professors said that she didn't want the students to eat steak.
Steak?
Oh, because of the smell, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So just
So
snacks.
other than that,
Yes.
it's all good?
Exactly.
Wow.
She said like
So
instead of steak, everything's fine.
Wow.
I was like, okay.
That's very common, right? That's in
Yeah.
America?
I eat
All the time?
I was like, I can't.
like in university. I remember I would wear pajamas to school, to classes,
Mm-hmm.
and no one cares.
It wasn't Halloween, no?
It wasn't Halloween.
Okay.
So, yeah, you just
Sorry.
you just win because like sometimes I would sleep over at my friends' dorms.
Okay, yeah.
And then we have class at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we would get our coffee, we would get our pancakes, and then we would bring it to class.
Wow.
And sometimes we have like professors, they would bring donuts for the students
Right.
because of our morning class. So eating in class is very common in university, but not in high school.
Not in high school.
Not in high school.
Not in middle school.
Because
Yeah,
they're still
no.
kids.
Just in universities.
Yes.
It's amazing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So what do you think of, how would you describe in a majority of American school culture compared to Korean school culture
Well,
as a student?
As a student, I believe
Right.
that American student culture in college is very independent
Right. Yeah.
because they take their responsibility.
Right.
So
Seriously,
they do whatever they want to do, but their responsibility is on them.
Right.
So I like
That is true.
That's really like like even though like, let's say you and I
Yeah.
we are in the same age,
Right.
but like to me American students look so grown up.
They do, yeah.
Very
I felt
mature.
like yes.
Yeah.
But like when I came back to Korea, I felt like it's like so high school.
Yeah.
Still weird.
The disparity.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
So-
dependent on teachers
Exactly.
and parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true actually.
So
That's
that
one of the
that
things.
was the number one thing that I felt. Independence.
Independence.
One of the
Yeah.
things I felt was when I was in middle and high school there in
Right.
America, we were allowed to have 16 absences,
Yeah.
and that
That
would not
was-
affect my grades whatsoever.
Yeah.
But in Korea, if students have absences,
Yeah.
that affects their grades.
A lot.
And if like a student is absent, we call their parents until they pick up the phone.
Right.
And then we make sure the student is okay.
Right.
And we make sure we have to document,
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
everything. So as she said, like Korean students are very dependent on teachers and
Exactly.
parents.
Yeah.
Also,
There's
we have to
still-
share their responsibilities.
Right.
Like parents and teachers, we have
Uh-huh.
guardians, so we have to be.
Yeah.
We have to take their back.
Yeah.
I'll make my comments later. No, because I noticed that too. Because I also have a friend from, she's an English teacher, Korean, from Jongjong Hakgo,
Mm-hmm.
and she has 2 cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why do you have 2 cell phones? Like, what's like nothing personal, right? Because
Yeah.
she had it like here and here. I said, it's the other one for like personal and
The students
work.
and parents, yeah.
Right, and it's just like, yeah, because this dad keeps calling me.
Aww.
And I'm like, oh my god, they give you
know.
2 phones. You're like a doctor with 2
I know.
phones for like patients and your own personal phone. So they really take the
Homeroom teacher serious.
homeroom
Yeah.
teacher seriously. And in terms of that, I also noticed that there's no word for my is udi, like
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
everything is we.
Yeah.
So with that said, in learning a Korean culture, if it's a student with you, that's your son and daughter
That's
for the
true.
day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a really hard concept to grasp.
True.
Because as an American, I don't see my professor as my dad, or they don't see me as their kid. If
No.
That's
they,
so
they don't
weird.
call me if I don't show up.
Right.
Like some also, like they
Yeah.
don't care.
Mhm.
That's your money. That's your
Exactly.
grades.
Exactly.
But here, it's very different.
Yes. I mean,
Right.
in university or
Right.
colleges in Korea, professors don't call.
Oh
us.
yeah.
But in like middle
High
school and high school,
school.
it's
Oh,
very
gosh.
strict. Mm-hmm. That's so true.
That is crazy.
Have a lighter version of culture shock.
Right.
So in America, teachers are very friendly with the students, right?
Right.
So once I caught a teacher smoking with the students, like
Yeah.
back at the school, and that was very new because in Korea, teachers
Yeah.
would, go crazy on
Right.
students smoking like around the school. But in America, like
It's okay.
yeah, it's
Which
okay.
grade was this?
I think I was in
High school?
high school. Yeah, definitely high school. Maybe junior or sophomore year.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Where did you go? Which high school did you go to? Like, was it New Jersey?
Yeah, Fort Lee High School. It's
Fort Lee High School.
It's
Okay.
not it's public.
Oh, it's
not-
public
It's not a
school.
private school.
Okay, so that's crazy.
I
Okay.
know.
Oh, okay. What age did you come there? What age did you go to America?
I was, let's say I was 14
Okay.
in American age. I think I was 14 and I came back at 19. So that
19.
was 5 to 6 years there.
Mhm. And then you just lived throughout in Korea.
Right after that.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
She's American. So tell me, how would you describe from those early ages of studying here in Korea and then moving there? How was the culture shift for you?
Right. I think I
Yes.
was very lucky because
Yes.
I think in Korea, starting
Right.
middle school,
Right.
everything changes. Like
Yeah.
elementary school is such heaven, you don't really
Yeah.
do anything. But starting middle school, like the school materials get really, really difficult.
That's
It's a
right.
very steep, change
Right, yeah.
from elementary school. And, students get stressed
Yeah.
starting middle school. But
That's
in America, like middle school is still nothing. And
It's still nothing,
high school
yeah.
is still nothing.
Honor student right here.
You
Like,
know,
very easy.
it's very easy. It's not. I'm not saying it's easy,
Right.
but we don't have much burden on our shoulders,
As opposed to Korean culture.
because we get
Yeah.
to take SATs how many times we want.
We could, yeah. I took
Right?
it like 3 times.
I know 3 times is like
Yeah.
normal.
I was like, I never go to college with this grade, so I kept going to
I know.
like tutoring. I was like, okay, this is going to do it.
But in Korea, people only have one chance a year.
No,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
What else do you have on your list? I'm curious.
I have driving age.
Tell me about that. What is the driving age here?
You have to be 20.
That's
So
so,
that's-
terrible.
What is that in American age? 19?
19.
19 American age.
I started driving when I was 16.
Right? So like
What?
kids get driver's license when they finish high school.
Right.
But in America,
16.
16, which is sophomore year or like junior year,
I think 16 is 14, junior year.
right? So you
Yeah.
get your permit.
We get our permit,
Huh?
but sometimes we don't really follow that.
You don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's stated that you have to have like an adult in your
Yeah.
passenger seat
Yeah.
with your permit,
Yeah.
right? But no one really follows that.
No one follows that.
No.
Did you get your permit there?
No, I don't even have a driver's license.
No, you don't drive.
No, I'm so scared of driving.
Oh my
Like, I'm
gosh,
so
I love
scared.
driving.
Really?
I miss my car.
Really?
Yeah. I was
Me
gonna
too.
buy a car here, like a secondhand car. But I saw how Koreans drive. Like sometimes it's just like a little bit too fast and too dangerous
Yes.
for me.
Too narrow.
Too narrow.
Yes.
Like it's not like New York City where
No.
it's where I'm from. So I'm like, all right, we are not going to die in South Korea today. So I'm taking the
No
bus.
insurance.
No
You
one,
have
no insurance. No, I have insurance.
Oh, you do?
I do have
It
insurance.
covers accidents in
I
Korea.
think it does. I don't think it covers dental though.
Oh.
Yeah, so the healthcare here is amazing. We should talk about like next topic.
Yeah.
But driving, oh my gosh. So how did you get around?
Like in
In
America?
New Jersey,
Oh, my
especially.
friends. My friends.
You have friends in
My
Jersey.
friends. All of my friends had cars.
Right.
Yeah, I remember. All of them had it. So
It's
we,
New Jersey.
like, my friend would drive during lunchtime,
Yeah.
and
Just like go out.
I take
Go.
advantage of my friends.
That's So she knows how to hustle.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know, because I was allowed to drive by myself
Mhm.
when I actually got the actual license.
Mhm.
But if we have a permit, I would go with my mom, like, oh, let's
Yes.
go to BJ's or Costco or whatever.
Uh-huh,
But it's like practice time.
Yeah.
So the driver license, I'm surprised that they're like very mild. They're like culture shock. Do you have anything extreme there?
Extreme.
So when you were in school, like the first time you came in as an,
Mhm.
would I say immigrant or like a transfer student?
Immigrant.
An immigrant.
Mhm.
Did you experience any like racial thing while
you
when
know,
you went? It's first time.
I'm very lucky
Right.
to have not experienced any racism.
Right.
But I was embarrassed once because this is a very funny example, instance. Because in America, Juicy Couture, like
Right.
the brand Juicy Couture is very famous, right?
Yeah,
And
the
like
Jay with
I
the
know,
sweater.
I
I had
know.
those. Yes.
and like only like the pretty girls
Yeah.
wear that, right?
Because they're like, that's expensive.
I know.
But
It's very tight on your
It's very
body.
tight on your
Okay.
finger, yeah.
So like I had this sweater that said Juicy, and it was from Korea, and I had no idea that sweater, it represents Juicy Couture. Like,
Right.
I've never heard of the brand Juicy Couture, right?
Right.
And then so like this sweater had Juicy all over it, like on my back.
Right.
So I was sitting in my homeroom, and this cheerleader girl, she's really pretty. She was really nice. She wasn't like bitchy or anything.
Right.
She was like, oh, hi, and she was like, so where did you get your sweater? It's
Yo.
so pretty, but like I've never seen such design in
Like,
a
I got it from
store.
Seoul. Where'd you
I was
get yours
like,
from?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's from Korea, and she's like, I think she kind of got the idea that was fake.
Right.
She was really nice. She was like, oh, it's really pretty though. Like
Mm.
I really like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I remember her name. Her name was Bianca Sumbre.
Bianca. she's
Bianca,
like
if you're
Tina.
watching.
Bianca, if you're watching, it's fake.
So that was one time I was really embarrassed, and then ever since then I only shopped at American stores.
Really?
I never wore
Yeah.
clothes that were from Korea, like never, because I was so embarrassed.
Because of like you needed to meet like society standards
Yes.
to fit because you
Uh-huh.
needed to fit in as a new student.
And I think that's
Yeah.
really important. Like I'm not really against I'm not really against people, keeping their cultures and their cultural identity in a foreign country.
Right.
But I think it's also important that you at least try to fit in
Yeah.
and at least try to look like one of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very important.
It's very important.
Yeah.